Hey guys, Christy here with Make It Really Colorful. I just wanted to kind of do a quick video this morning just to let you know I am still here. Kind of been absent for the past couple weeks. I've just been really busy with just a lot going on. We've had birthday parties, we've had family events. Like today we're actually going to a great-grandmother's birthday. We've had school going on. We've just had so much stuff going on. I haven't really made time to make a video, which I wanted to make at least a video a week. So I thought I'd just do like a really quick video this morning on a book that I really love and that my kids absolutely love. This book is called Harper Treasury of Picture Books. Now I actually did a video with one of the, well, I've actually done two videos where I've mentioned this book. One was the Sonlight Preschool Curriculum, because that's what I got it with. And I did a video on the Pizza interactive play. You can find both of those videos. But anyway, this book came with our curriculum, Sonlight Preschool Curriculum, and my kids just absolutely love this book. Like, this was our favorite book. I can't tell you how many times I've read this book. I mean, I can't count it on fingers and toes. I mean, we read this book all the time, and we read a bunch of stories in this book. But I guess I could tell you some of my kids' favorites. So the first one we ever read was the Goodnight Moon. And I don't know if you've ever read this story, but it's a great story. It's just a simple story, basically about a little bunny that they're going tonight and they're going to bed and they're just talking about things in his room, like the cow jumping over the moon and the balloon, and see the cow jumping over the moon in the picture frame and the balloon. And it just goes on, you know, goodnight moon, goodnight cow jumping over the moon, goodnight red balloon. And it goes through the whole story like that. Another book in here that my kids really like is this one called Caps for Sale. And it's about a peddler who sells caps and how he goes take a nap. And while he's taking a nap, something happens to all of his caps. And see, he's looking for his caps because he used to walk around town with all the caps stacked on his head. So you have to read the story to find out what happens to his caps and does he get them back. See, another great story. Oh, this one's a great story. This one is, hold on, it's hard to flip the pages. It's such a big book. Harold and the Purple Crayon. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have ever read that when y'all were younger, but it's a cute one too. Harold walks around right before bed with his purple crayon. And he, you know, draws things that he gets in, like the boat, and it talks about his journey, his little night walk, and his way of getting home. The next story in here is, let me get to that page. Oh, this is cute. This one is called Kritzer, and it's about a lady who gets a pet snake from her son who is studying in Africa. So he sent his mother a pet snake in the mail. See, oh my gosh. But she loves Critter after she realizes he's not poisonous, and she takes care of him, and it talks about how Critter saves the town. You'd have to read it to see how Critter saves the town. And that story was actually written in 1958. So, and oh, and what else we do with that is when we were done reading the story, we got Play-Doh and made a bunch of little snakes for my kids to play with. Out of Play-Doh. It was fun. A Baby Sister for Francis. So I liked reading that one to my children because they have a baby brother, which was still very little when we first got it, but it just talks about Francis, baby sister for Francis, and how maybe she feels a little bit unwanted, and you see she's hiding under the table. So it just talks about that and how they get her to realize that she is important and they still love her. The next story in here is called Leo, the Late Bloomer. And this is cute too. This one talks about Leo, the tiger, and he doesn't do everything the same as the other animals on the same time frame. So his dad's worried about him being a late bloomer because you see Leo, he can't do all the things that they can do. They can spell and they can draw, and then there's Leo with his squiggly old line at the bottom. And the story goes on, so you have to find out, does Leo catch up with the other animals and do what they can do? So then we have, let's see, get to that page, William's Doll. And this one's a story about a little boy who wants to play with a doll more than anything else. He wants to hold a doll and cuddle it and feed it and things like that. And his dad is not having it. His dad does not want him playing with dolls. And he gets picked on by his brother about wanting a doll, and his dad buys him different toys. So you kind of have to read the story to see how it ends. Does he end up getting a doll? And the moral of the story too. Okay, now this one's one that I would say most people have read. If you give a mouse a cookie. Another favorite of my children's. This is one of their favorites. I've read this one countless times. And if you've never read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, you should. It's a cute book. And there's actually a bunch, like if you give a dog a donut, if you give a pig a pancake in that series. But this particular one, it goes through, if you give a mouse a cookie, he's gonna want milk. And then if he has milk, he's gonna need this and this and this. And it keeps going on and on. He always needs something after the other. So you just find out how the story ends with that. Okay, so the next one is George Shrinks. And this one is about a little boy, and apparently he must be dreaming. So he's dreaming that he shrinks, that he's little, and when he wakes up he is little, and how he has to take on the day, and how it is with he's riding on his brother's back, and there's a cat, and his mom leaves him a list, his mom and dad, of things he needs to get done. So now you just have to find out how that story ends. What happens with him and the cat and all his chores. Now this one is really the one I don't know, this and Pizza and the Give a Mouse a Cookie are probably the ones I've read the most in this book. This one is Baby Says. Baby Says. And I think the reason my children, part of the reason they love this so much is, again, I said they had a baby brother. So it's the baby's in the crib and his brother's doing things, and you know how babies are, they do things on purpose. Like he didn't, I accidentally dropped my teddy bear, and his brother gives it back to him again and again, and he's like, no, don't throw your teddy bear out. So you keep reading, and then you see that then him and his brother have a little bit of a conflict because his brother's built this big block castle and baby knocks it over. So you gotta kind of read to see what happens. Does brother stay mad at him? Now this next story is one of Eric Carle, Head to Toe. And this is a very cute interactive story that I do with my kids, because let's see, for instance, I'm a buffalo and I raise my shoulders. Can you do it? Yes, I can. So you get your kids and they raise their shoulders, and there's a bunch of different animals and they all do different things. So you just go through the book and see if your kids can do what the animals can do. So it's a great interactive story for them. I want to see, here's the Pizza. And in this one, if you've never read this story, Pete's in a bad mood because he wanted to go out and play with his friends, and it's raining. So then his dad starts trying to make him happy, doing different things with him, tossing him in the air and making him a pizza. And that's the one that my kids probably, I don't know, I'm saying they love this one, they love that one, but they really love this one because they like to do the interactive play. Because I have, if you'd watched the other video, I have little cutouts of like cheese and pepperoni, and we do the whole thing. So they really love that story. And I want to say that's it. Yep, that's all the stories in this book. These are great stories. I want to say there's 12, if I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, 12 stories in all. I bought mine online with my Sonlight Curriculum. I have seen it in the Barnes & Noble store, and it was a pretty decent price. So if you want to check out this book and you want to have hours of reading with your young kids, these are great picture books to read with your kids. I would suggest getting this book and having fun reading with your children and having fun doing these stories, because they will probably love them. Well, thank you for watching. Make every day colorful. If you like what you saw, click the subscribe. I'm going to try and put more videos more frequently than I have been, and y'all have a blessed day.